The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Swoontower.
Wow, no! Hello, friends, and welcome to Swoontower Soccer, a podcast that's all about the boys. I'm your host, Mike Cragnola,
I'm Steph Cragnola.
and we would like to wish you...
A happy St. Patrick's Day.
You didn't even do the accent.
No,
Okay.
I won't.
So this week, oh man, have we got a lot to talk about. We have got 4 matches, 2 of which were at home, which means that we've got 2 sets of fit checks to go through. We have got 4 different match moods and pitch personalities to go through. We've got some social media standouts. We only have 1 Match Scott interview.
I know. We do have several dogs to talk about.
That's true. That's true.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to meet the second dog.
Yeah. So the mascot of the match for Montreal was Jennifer.
Oh, my God.
Oh my gosh. So soft, so sweet. So I know this is terrible. I know every time we say, this is my favorite dog yet.
Yeah.
But I really mean it.
Jennifer was special.
Yeah.
Like, there was something really just, like, so loving and pure about this dog.
Yeah, she was amazing. And so I think we should just go straight to the interview now.
Okay. Hey, Jennifer. We have got a couple of questions for you. Come here, baby. All right. First of all, let's see. Let's start with tacos or poutine.
Oh,
That's my favorite, too.
good answer. Thank you, baby. Hey, Jennifer, I was wondering, do you speak any other languages? You know, we've got teams that speak French and teams that speak Spanish here tonight. What about you? Oh.
All right. And we've got our good friend Landon here. You want to ask Jennifer a question?
Yeah, Jennifer, it's Landon Cotta, Moontower Soccer. Talking about Josh Wolf's 3-2-2-3 attacking shape last week, I really felt like the defensive mids and the attacking mids were getting a little too far apart from each other. What did you think about that?
Great answer.
Yeah, wow.
Deep
Okay.
insight. All right. Now, Jennifer, usually we ask for Listos Verde, but can we get a little shout out of encouragement to Yippee Keller? Oh, thank you so much. Big thanks to our special guest interviewer who definitely knows how to talk to dogs.
Yeah, killed
Landon
it.
caught him.
Yeah, thank you so much, Landon, for being there. We really appreciate the vibe that you brought us. You know, we could maybe work on some of the questions next time. And it's funny because he's usually such a good interviewer, right? Like,
I mean, I thought it was great. Unironically, I think Jennifer really knew her stuff and got the chance to prove that she watches the Austin FC matches and really understands the strategy. He didn't have to explain anything to her.
and he still chose to. Honestly, though, so this week, Moontower had Mo Edu on the show, U.S. soccer legend Mo Edu. And one of my favorite things about Landon's interview style is the way that he, like, knows that all these national personalities that they're getting on the show now don't have time to, like, engage with every single of the 29 MLS teams. And so, like, he'll ask a question the same way he did for Jennifer, where he's like, hey, I noticed this thing because I'm deep in the tactics of this team. How does that match up against whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's just, he's so good at that.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. So
it's not obtrusive in any way. It's not, like, offensive. He doesn't sound like he's speaking down to anyone. It's just the best.
Yeah. Landon, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Although, you know, maybe just ask the dog, like, what it likes for breakfast.
Favorite snacks.
Yeah. Favorite places to kiss its owner.
Next time we'll get you there.
Yeah, we'll help out.
Did you just say favorite places to kiss its owner?
Yeah, you know, like how Hero.
Such a weird.
You know how Hero always kisses our arms after we get back from the gym because we're so sweaty?
It just sounds like such a weird. Anyway, there was.
Are you being gross on our show?
No,
Stephanie.
Never.
Behave.
I'm giving Jennifer a trillion tactics out of 10.
I am giving Jennifer the softest little dog fur I've ever pet.
Yeah.
Period.
Out of 10.
Out of any dog.
And then we did have a mascot for the Violette match, but unfortunately, because of CONCACAF, they should call it CONCACAT because they hate dogs.
They don't hate dogs.
They hate dogs.
I mean,
they wouldn't let Dose come.
So I do think it's messed up that, you know, Violette and Austin didn't get a dog, but Philly and Alianza got a dog.
Right.
And a dog on the field.
Right.
And a dog playing soccer.
Yes.
It just seems unfair. It seems not nice.
It seems not nice that I didn't get to meet Dose.
Honestly.
Because Dose is a boxer mix, and he's 83 pounds, and he's 6 years old, and he is the most precious looking. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm just flipping through the pictures. We'll link them in the show notes. This dog...
So photogenic.
Angel.
First of all, just so photogenic. Second of all, so asleep all the time.
Just,
We love Dose. We haven't met Dose, but we know that Dose is our favorite dog yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Go adopt some dogs.
Yeah. Can we get into the matches now?
Okay.
Because there's so many.
Yes, there's a lot to talk about.
Okay. So first off with the Montreal match, I think we should start with the pre-match festivities. Isaac came up to us and greeted us before the match and was so excited for the Montreal game and let us take a selfie with him, and that was so fun and so cool. So,
Mike, is that your first fan selfie?
I don't know. It might be.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
No.
No?
No. But I mean, people like ask for photos after shows, like after plays.
Just all the time, just in
all the
general.
time,
They
but I
see you
guess
in HEB and they're like,
No, stop.
oh my God.
This wasn't in HEB. This was in our arena. This was in our theater.
Has anyone told you they love you the way that you did to Julio Cascante?
No.
Not yet?
No.
Okay. There's still time then.
Yeah.
We'll get our first I love you soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I get. I was really excited. Way to now make me feel sad.
Why?
No one loves me like Julio.
No one loves you like you love Julio. Let's be clear. I'm sure tons of people love you in the same way they love Julio, but no one loves you the way you love Julio.
I saw someone out in the wild wearing round glasses and the same like knit orange hat that Julio wears, and I got so excited. And I said, Mike, he looks like Julio!
And the worst part is we have a friend, Julio, who we were literally going to see right then. And I was like, that guy doesn't look anything like our friend Julio.
Oh, yeah, but I wasn't thinking of our friend Julio. I was thinking, like 2 minutes later, Mike goes, oh, Cascante. And I was like, yeah. Like there was no other, I'm Julio blind. I'm like a...
It's a Julio tunnel vision.
Yeah, exactly. I've got Julio colored glasses.
Perfect. I did hear that he was wandering around the concourse during this in the Violette match, and someone got an autograph from Julio. So I know. I'm sorry. It wasn't
okay.
you.
It's all right. Anyway, thanks, Isaac, for coming up and hanging out.
It was so good to meet you again and grab a little selfie. That made me feel really cool.
Yeah.
You've got this next note here.
Yeah, so we're jumping right into the match. The cutest thing happened. So the kids coming out holding the player's hand is already just the cutest thing anyway. But it was so funny before this Montreal match. Emmy and Giassi's kids were holding hands with each other. So it was like Emmy followed by Giassi or vice versa. I don't remember. And then they're holding these kids' hands. And then the kids are just reaching back and then holding each other's hands. So they made this like little circle of player and kid, and it was just the cutest, weirdest thing. Kids are so weird and cute.
I love that. That's so good.
Yeah.
The only thing that could have made that better is if Emmy and Jossie were also holding hands.
I really wanted it. I really, really wanted it. But I didn't get it.
This next note just says Montreal is so sweaty.
Oh my God, they were so sweaty. It just says the note is what it is. There's no commentary. It's just Montreal was so sweaty. Next.
Yeah, so I get it though, Steph.
Being sweaty?
Well, because it was as hot there in the first week of March or whatever.
Yeah.
As it was when we were there in Montreal during the day in July.
August. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, they're not used to this.
Oh no, it wasn't a value judgment.
Just
It
a
was
statement.
just a statement. Yeah, it just there was no no emotion read into it. Just they're very sweaty.
Your face says there's an emotion.
Next, there's an emotion on this next note. I have like a lot of strong emotions on this next note. I would like to issue a formal apology to Alex Ring for saying anything negative about his haircut. It was just a transition phase. He was going through like regular boy stage, and now he's in full villain mode with the goatee. Oh, Mike just pulled up. I have never really been on the like, ooh, Alex Ring train until now. Him playing center back, this is his villain era, and I am so freaking here for it. He's so spicy, and he's so good, and he is so attractive.
So he was dressed as a Bond villain all the time last year.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's dressed like a John Wick villain. You know what I mean? That's, I think, the vibe change.
He would protect your dog. Like, he would kill for a dog.
Sure. Yeah.
Whereas Bond just kind of like is a regular spy.
You know who he kind of looks like? He kind of looks like the tallest man on earth.
Yeah, he does, actually, in this
But
photo
like
especially.
the taller version.
Amazingly.
Somehow. So that's my take on Alex Ring's new look. I think the hair slick back thing, I would love to see him just keep growing it.
Mm-hmm. He would look good in a ponytail.
I would love for long hair Alex Ring season.
Yeah, same. And I do, not to slip into Moontower territory, but I think that center back is the right emotional position for him. I don't know anything about, the actual playing of it, besides that he's done a great job. But I think it fits his vibes really nicely.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. The emotion of that, perfect.
Yeah.
The next note just says, Jossie's shorts. So short.
Yeah, I think it's really funny that, like, I have all of the notes for Montreal, and you wrote all of the notes for RSL.
Yeah.
These are just all my notes, and the next ones are all yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jossie's shorts were very short. He has somehow figured out how to make these new weird loose shorts, loose fit tight.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I noticed that this new shorts trend was coming in when Emmy showed up last year with the basketball shorts look to him, and everybody else was still rocking those tight short shorts.
Yeah.
Glad Jossie is keeping it
Jossie's making it
real.
work. Yeah. And I like it. Okay, next note.
Yeah.
Maxi warming up as a sub was so mad at everything. Anything that happened, he's throwing his hands up. He's making faces. He wanted to play. He just wanted to be playing so badly. But you could tell when they gave him the hint that he was going to sub in about 5 minutes before he actually did, because he actually started taking warm-up seriously.
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of just like, going through the motions of the warm-ups.
It was very loose, right? Like, it was a relaxed warm-up.
Exactly. And then finally, like, he got that little whisper, and it was like a switch flipped, and I was like, oh, Maxi's coming in.
Yeah, which is funny because last year, right, our bench crew was people like Felipe, who the second Felipe got to the end line, he was warming up as though he were on the field. Yeah. And so it's wild watching folks make that transition in their careers.
Yeah, it was cool.
This last note is like one of the biggest heart warmers for me.
Yeah.
At the end of Montreal, as we're all filing out happy with our win, we happened to see a celebrity
Yeah.
in the concourse.
Our sweet baby boy, the mac and cheese man himself, Kippy Keller.
Yeah, so he was hanging out watching the game because he wasn't named to the match day 20. And as he was kind of crossing back to the club area, he got kind of like surrounded by fans, and there was a whole line of people ready to take selfies with him and excited to tell him that, like, hey man, you got this, like, we got your back. And it was really, really positive and super cool to see.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it.
Really heartwarming, really Swoontower moment.
Yes, very Swoontower.
Obviously we grabbed a selfie with him too.
Yeah. And Mike, I think it's your most liked tweet of all time.
All time. Yeah. I'm finally half as popular as you.
No, it got about the same amount of tweets as the Photoshop job I did in the middle of the game. When Nick Lima came in for Diego, I was like, excuse me, I'm just understanding positions and what they do and where our boys fit. I'm just starting to get it, and Josh Wolf is ruining everything I ever thought I knew. So I took a picture of Drew Carey from Whose Line Is It Anyway, where he's like, oh, everything's made up and the points don't matter. And I photoshopped Josh Wolf's face onto it, and I'm pretty proud.
Yeah.
Pretty proud of that.
It was a pretty good joke.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad we're talking about it.
Kroggles on Twitter.
That's right. You can see the joke with your eyes. From like 3 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah. All right, you want to move to RSL or a little South by?
I would love to.
All right, let's do it.
RSL away was the next match that we had, which meant that we didn't get pre-match outfits. We didn't get a mascot of the match, but what we did get was a watch party. And Steph and I were talking before the match, like, oh, which watch party do you want to go to? What an amazing problem to have, right? Like, there are going to be 2 sick watch parties, and we have to choose between them. And so we decided to do the ACL Live watch party, the one that was sponsored by the club. It had a South by Southwest tie-in. It was Apple's MLS experience. Mm-hmm. And there were 2,500 people there.
Yeah, at least.
And almost all of them were wearing Austin FC merch. So it wasn't like, oh, it's a South by crowd trying to see what MLS is giving away for free.
Right.
It was people who were invested in the team.
Mm-hmm.
At least to the point of I own a $160 jersey or whatever. Right. Like, it was really, really crazy. And just looking out across the crowd, I had this moment of like, oh my God, it's real, like it's a big deal here.
Mm-hmm. Austin is a soccer city, you might say.
Yeah, you might say that. Someone might say that.
Someone might say that.
And it really put in perspective the difference between my history growing up watching the Revs in Massachusetts, right? And the current experience that I have watching Austin FC.
Yeah.
And it was just wild.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. There was a line that wrapped all the way around the building.
Shout out to our line buddy Lee.
Yeah.
Made that enjoyable to the nth degree. Probably my second favorite part of the night, honestly.
Yeah. I was saying that to you as we left. Like, it was so cool to meet someone that we've had casual Slack interactions with, but we had a match friend, and that was awesome. Lee's rad.
Yeah, and turns out he sits in our section.
Yep.
So double awesome, right?
Yeah.
Because that means he sees the same things we do. Probably not. He's probably watching the game. But it means he has the ability to see the things that we see, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so thanks, Lee, for making that an extra fun night.
We've got a bunch more thanks here. The first thanks that I have is Leslie. She called out, "Oh my God, Swoontower!" And I know she was kind of half kidding, but also it made me 100% stoked.
Yeah.
It was just really special to feel.
Yeah, but did she say I love you the way that I love Julio?
No one does that.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was fun because we weren't quite in the Austin FC crowd yet. And so it was that really fun kind of just like welcome into this whole experience of a night.
Yeah, it was crazy. Then, at the end of the night, or I guess in line,
Sandwich.
right?
It was a Jeff sandwich.
There was a Jeff sandwich with the filling being the RSL mat.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to meet Jeff, who stopped us in the line and was like, "Hey, I heard your voice." Which, first off, I'm so sorry for being so loud in public all the time. But
Are you?
second, a little, honestly. Sorry to everyone who doesn't want to hear it.
Sure.
And you're welcome to everyone who does.
There you go.
He stopped us in the middle of the line and was like, "Oh, do you guys do Swoontower? I love your show."
Yeah.
And it just... Y'all, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened
This
to me.
is the braggiest episode we've ever done.
Yeah.
All we've done is talk about people who have said nice things to us.
I mean, keep doing it. I love it. And maybe we'll stop talking about it, but probably not. I did want to do a really quick Andy Loughnane fit check.
Yeah.
So we did see the president of the club.
Yeah, talk about being loud in public. Mike's like, Andy!
Okay. I just needed to know what he was wearing because normally he's got those great shoes, right? He was a little low key this week. He had the relaxed Adidas trainers on, which I get. It's an MLS event, so you got to wear the sponsor shoe.
I think Andy looked great.
I did like that he was immediately defensive of his pants. No, they're green, I promise.
Yeah.
It was very dark out, and he wanted us to know that he was still repping the colors, which, I appreciate.
Yeah, that's commitment.
Yeah. And so, shout out to those green pants. The next note I have
we're fast forwarding into the game.
is actual game
Yeah.
stuff. So, we're at this watch party. It's pretty like a watch party-y, right? Where everyone is, either cheering or general kind of talking around the match, right? We've got these two little boys in front of us who are constantly chittering back and forth about the tactics that they're seeing. And it's so cool because when I was a kid and watching baseball, that was the stuff I was doing to my dad all the time. Oh, did you see the positioning on this? And that dad may or may not care.
Yeah.
But those kids, so into it, right?
Yeah, it's like when you look at your dad and you're like, oh, I can't believe that Tara Lipinski won the Olympics with a waltz jump cross in the middle of her footwork sequence.
Me neither.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. So embarrassing.
Honestly, though.
And then the crowd explodes when Diego was announced as the substitute.
They held up that sub card and the whole crowd was it was amazing.
It felt like we were in Q2.
Yeah.
It was just so loud and everyone was so stoked. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was really special. And I hope Diego knows how loved he is. If you see him on the streets, tell him you love him as much as Julio.
The next note that I had was that Alex Ring can't help but do captain stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Even it doesn't matter who's wearing the armband, right? Alex Ring is going to get in the ref's face. He's gonna yell a lot. He's gonna yell at the team. He's gonna yell. He's just gonna yell. He's a yelly guy.
Yeah, that's why I love him at center back so much.
For the yelling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for that energy. That
You think you can yell better from the back line?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think that it's one of the things that I really love about our captains, or it's one of the things I really love about our team is that we do have a team full of captains. Also, I was rewatching Ted Lasso season 1, and the moment where Roy is trying to choose a new captain, and they're sitting there watching Jamie's interview, and he throws a chair at the TV, and then just goes, "Oops," in it. And it's I think one of my favorite moments of season 1 because that's Alex Ring to me. And that moment of this guy can lead our team.
Speaking of leading our team, Josh Wolf calling Owen boy wonder after the match. Oh, so cute.
The hug, the hair ruffle, the
Dad, leave me alone. The whole vibe of it, perfect.
It was so nice.
We would be remiss if we didn't talk about Josh Wolf's outfit choice for this RSL match.
Yes. Heavily requested topic to cover.
Yeah. So I've been doing some digging on the Bonobos site. And I think it wasn't black on black on black on black, but actually there are blues in there. I think the base was a black polo. But then I think everything else might have been blue.
Whoa.
But because of the lights in RSL, it looked black. And the reason I say this is because Josh Wolf claims to only shop sale items on bonobos.com. And so I was on bonobos.com doing my research. Do the research yourself, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they always say, and so that's what I did.
Good.
And I could not find a black jacket that looked like his, and I could not find a black puffer vest or puffer jacket.
Could it have been last season's?
If you work at Bonobos and you remember last season's sale items, hit us up.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to say about it. I did my research by looking at the picture, and my research says he looked great.
Yes. He did outdress Pablo Mastroeni, which is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Because Pablo always looks sharp, and he looked sharp in Salt and Sandy, but not that sharp, you know?
Yeah. No, I liked the look.
All right, Steph.
All right.
So we've talked about our matches in the league, and they've both been really good.
Yes.
We did play 2 other matches over the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the good stuff.
Okay. So we're going to start with the away.
Yeah.
Okay. First good thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't go.
Okay. Yeah. I couldn't have gone because my one day of like working in person is Tuesdays, so I couldn't have gone anyway.
Once we heard from the travel away team here with our supporters groups that there would be no advance tickets purchased, potentially no tickets sold until like the week before the match when we found out, yes, there would be tickets sold and only paper tickets.
Right.
And that there was no visiting section and that there was no security to like make sure that nothing went kind of pear-shaped. I was glad not to go.
Yeah.
Then I saw what happened on the field and I was also glad not to go.
Fair.
But you know what I was not glad to miss?
What?
I was sad that I didn't get to see that honky honk band in person.
All right, I'm going to say something controversial, but brave.
Are you allowed to say
that about myself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's my bravery. I hate honky honk. I can respect it. It's like when I saw Parasite in theaters. I can respect that it was an incredible movie, artistic genius. Made me uncomfortable because the speed they were playing made me so anxious. Everything about it, the tempo of it is like the worst tempo I've ever heard for a music when I'm trying to watch a sports game that I care about. No, I'm not a honky honk fan.
Man, I love honky honk.
I know you do.
It's my ringtone. I started using a ringtone again. Honky honk is the best.
I want to know what it's like to live without crushing anxiety.
So, okay, so you know the feeling that
that I have when honky honk isn't playing?
Yeah. It's like that.
Oh, okay. So only moderate to severe anxiety.
The other thing that I have to say about this away tie is I cannot believe that they called it.
Yeah.
The Violette team called 3-0.
Yeah.
When they were getting on their bus. Also, like the difference in travel accommodations between Austin and Violette getting on the bus, carrying all their own gear and their own waters and their own like soccer balls and stuff. Versus Austin, like, getting flown in and, like, just wild, right? But so outside of the bus, they said it's going to be 3-0.
Yeah, honestly, I really admire the Violette team for a lot of different reasons.
And it was just wild.
Yep. Fast forward to this week.
Yeah.
We're at home and we won.
When you say it like that, it feels like we should be happy.
I am happy.
Are you?
Because I have a fun question for you. And this is a question that our friend Chris asked, not Chris Wellhausen, a different one.
Yeah, there's more than one Chris.
There's more than one. I don't know if you know that. But when they were coming out holding the kids' hands, Chris was like, whose hand do you want to be holding? And I think that's a really fun, like if you got to come out before the match, fun question. Like whose hand do you choose?
Yeah, who do you pick?
Julio.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I want to hold Brad's hand.
Oh,
I just think he's such a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
And also, I'm so curious. Like, being a non-soccer player, I want to know what goalie gloves feel like.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Does he wear them when he's holding hands?
I would ask him to.
Okay.
Just like, because I think it would be so funny to have this like gigantic mitt, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm holding on to. I
Yeah.
just think that would be hilarious.
I agree. I think that's great.
I think the visual of holding like a Mickey Mouse hand is funny.
Y'all, DM us. Let us know whose hand you'd hold.
Or tweet it at us. You know what you should do? You should leave it as your review comment. You should review comment whose hand you want to hold on the Moontower Soccer reviews section of the thing.
Yes. So go to, if you're in Spotify or Apple Podcasts, hit that review button. Let us know whose hand you want to be holding coming out in the top of the match.
Because, oh my gosh, I want to see those answers. Also, think about Landon and Jeremiah's faces when all these reviews come in and it just says Rodney.
Yes.
Speaking of Rodney, your favorite moment of the past 2 weeks, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And it I'm going to let you tell it.
Okay. So,
because I can't.
We're watching the CCL match, and it is 2-0 Austin, and they are driving for another goal. And Will Bruin comes in, and so now we're playing with two strikers, and it's all crosses all the time. And then we get the last ask for a sub. And we see it happen. And then we see Maxi put his hand on Rodney's shoulder. And he looks at Chad Kolarczyk, the trainer that like helps warm them up. And he just asks him so earnestly, ¿Por qué no Rodney? And it was just
greatest moment 2023.
Incredible. And I couldn't tell if Maxi was like being a troll. Or if he really thought Rodney's going to change this game.
Here's my thought on it. I think it was coming of a place of frustration. Like, they haven't put me on. So if they're going to put like these randos on, why not Rodney? Why not give my baby boy a chance if you're going to give this new grizzly bear a chance?
Sure. Yeah, and because the sub was a defensive sub, so that we could do that weird one center back, like one defensive back system that we played in the last like 15 minutes of the game or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think Maxi was surprised that it wasn't an attacking player that was coming on. Mm-hmm. And if it's not going to be him, ¿por qué no Rodney?
Exactly. All right. We are going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with our Celly ratings, our fit checks, and our social media standouts. Swoontower Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury lawyers of Austin FC.
FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm dedicated to community, transparency, and client education.
You can go to FVF.law to find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm and why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case. All right. So, Swoontower Celly ratings. It's a good one this week.
It is a good one this week. Oh.
I've already talked about rewatching season 1 of Ted Lasso yesterday.
Yep.
Maxi's goal in the Montreal match. He came out there, like we already talked about. He was
a man on fire.
Desperate, yeah. And he was going to score. no matter what, he was going to score. And he did. And then he both thumbs points at the back of his jersey. And it was so reminiscent of Jamie Tart standing in the middle of the pitch going, May, 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 May.
Yeah. The difference was Montreal, that goal was a winning goal. Jamie's celebration was in a loss, right?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. And no, in that match they did end up winning, but that's when Ted took Jamie off in the middle of it, and then Sam got
Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay. Spoilers. Ted Lasso spoilers from season 1.
Not a spoiler anymore.
So yeah, obviously tonally very different, but just gesturally the exact same, and it was amazing, and I loved it.
Yes. 9.5 out of 10.
12 out of 10.
Fantastic celebration. Also, the raw emotion after the me.
Yes.
Incredible.
We got our magic fingers dance back.
We got like aggressive yelling from the entire team. That was a big goal and a big win.
Yes. Amazing. Then we got 2 goals in our RSL match. The first one, remember last Swoontower when I gave Galley's finger head point like a 9 out of 10?
I think it was lower than that. I think you were like, it's fine.
I don't know. Who knows? We'll never know.
Yeah, check the tape.
We'll never know. This week, with Galley and Seba just running to the corner and doing it at the exact same time, there's not much I love more than like synchronized celebrations. 12 out of 10.
Okay.
Incredible. The 2 of them, they're best friends. I love their friendship.
Yeah. I want to know what they do together, like on the weekend. Like, do you think they ride bikes?
No, I do not think that they hang out outside of work.
I don't think that's true. I bet they do.
Let us know, y'all.
Yeah. What do y'all think?
I don't think they do. I think they are just like work best friends.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I
work
think
husbands?
Yeah. Yeah.
I gave this one because I agree. I think Seba elevated this one, right?
Yeah.
And so I gave this one a 9.5 out of 10.
I do have to be harsh on the next one.
Why?
Because there was no planned celebration. It's got to be like a 3 out of 10 for me, baby wolf.
Wow.
He just doesn't have anything yet.
I wasn't paying attention because I was so busy howling.
Yeah.
Because I was doing my part.
Yes, we have a celebration. Our celebration is like 1,000 out of 10. He needs to come up with something, or we need to help workshop. Now that he's scoring goals, Swoontower can help him develop his personal brand of goal celebration.
So I blacked out as soon as he kicked the ball because I knew it was going in. So like I completely blanked on what I assume he ripped off his shirt. He spun it around his head. He pointed at every RSL fan in the crowd and then howled at them. Maybe he just bared his teeth.
Mike, I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to be the one who has to tell you that didn't happen.
That whatever did happen was probably a 9.5. Great job, Teen Wolf. We're so proud of you.
Yeah, we are proud.
Unbelievable goal, though. Oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
awesome.
Incredible.
Speaking of awesome, let's talk about these fits.
Okay, so we're going to start with Montreal. And there's a video on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So they didn't do the typical collage of photos. But
a lot of pausing in this house.
Yes, a lot of screenshotting. Jossie's jacket, this plaid gray. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the plaid gray and green looked so good. Also, it reminded me of our new shirt, which I really like.
Yeah, I like our new
kit because it's got all these lines in all these different places.
Interesting. Okay.
Like I know Jossie's is plaid.
Yeah.
But like because there's different thicknesses of the stripes and like they go all over the place, and
I'll allow it for you.
Listen, it's crazy is all I'm trying to say.
I think it was stunning. I really, really loved it.
It's super cool.
And
I
then,
couldn't pull it off, and that makes me jealous.
Yeah. You know what doesn't really make me jealous and is like a really weird choice, but I have to talk about it.
Is it the Amro Tarek is a Weezer extra?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a tan sweater vest. Listen, this is
He's-
coming from someone who used to wear a lot of sweater vests.
He's an adult.
I was 12 when I wore my sweater vests. Like the limited 2 coming in clutch with nerd style sweater vests.
Listen, maybe the print is Argyle. Maybe he's secretly like a really
I
big.
didn't look it. It's just plain tan.
Maybe
you all
he's-
know how much I hate khaki.
It's khaki and sleeveless sweater. Oof.
With a white t-shirt and just, it's...
Amro, you're better than this.
You are so much better than this.
Maxie, though, in that sparkly magician jacket.
Right? It looked like he
my
was going to a
God.
magic show. I loved it so much.
He was like, what if the Rock's like meme picture were also Job from Arrested Development at the same
Yes.
time? But cool.
Yep. No, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Incredible. We have already talked about Alex Ring's villain turn, and in this photo, he is wearing a black jean jacket and dark gray pants, and he's got his hair slicked back and his mustache. Like he looks like a guy who rode a motorcycle to work.
Yeah, he does. If that jacket was leather, I might just die.
And then we've got some CCL fits to go over as well.
Yep.
Do you want to go best to worst or worst to best? Sorry. Most Sears catalog to best or
Yeah.
best to most Men's Warehouse discount rack?
I'm going to start with most likely to be a U.S. history teacher in high school,
Okay. So,
Mr. Finley.
yeah. Bottom up.
Yep. It just was very much like, this is the suit I own. Oh, the kids are holding a dance. I have to go chaperone.
Yeah, after graduation, I'm stealing your joke. The one about outside of class, people still, hey, Ethan. That's Mr. Finley.
That wasn't my joke. That was someone in Slack.
That was not your joke?
No, I just started the conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, it was a good joke. If you're part of the Los Verdes supporters group, there is a Slack that you can join and make jokes like that all the time. So maybe head over to join your favorite supporters group and make jokes with like-minded folks all the time. I want to jump straight to Brad Stuver's sweater.
Oh, okay.
I think it's so freaking cool.
Yeah, I don't think Brad Stuver has ever looked more cool than this photo.
This is like the coolest. Honestly, where did you get it? I want one.
Yeah.
I think I would look slightly less cool, but I would be willing to try.
Yeah, no, I really love it. It's casual, it's cool, it's green. The black jeans, he's listening.
Yeah.
So, Brad, thank you for taking our fashion advice and not wearing khakis.
It looks so good.
Let us know where you got this sweater.
Shout out to John Gallagher's high top Nikes with the green swoosh. Super clean looking. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. And I want to say Owen Wolf, actually, is Owen wearing the same jacket as Gally? Because it's pretty close.
It's
'Cause
very close.
I was going to say that it looks like Owen is starting to take fashion advice from the older boys. And then as I was just scrolling through just now, it looks almost identical, except Owen is wearing a black shirt underneath and Gally's wearing white. But it's like almost the same exact jacket. I'm like stuck on. It's definitely different, but it looks very similar and it looks very good.
Yeah, great work, Owen, on joining the ranks of the boys, the sharply dressed men.
Yeah.
So pretty good fits this week, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty
Big
happy
fan.
with them all. I did want to shout out the Instagram user Kevin S1015, who asked the very important question. I'm curious, can someone tell me what they store in the bags, please?
Yes, please. Kevin, it's mac and cheese. We know.
It's not mac and cheese.
All right. Social media standouts. We ready to bring this home?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's wrap this up.
Best thing about a road win?
The photo.
The photo.
Did you pick your own I am this person from the photo for yourself?
I did. Yeah, I'm Alex Ring held together by tape and trying to smile.
Nice. I am Emmy with the towel.
Yeah.
Where like I really want to show off, but I'm also kind of bashful.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I know it's not as much skin as we normally get in the photo, but y'all, it's cold. It's cold up there, and I love that they're wearing their little green screen suits.
Yeah, anybody, like, you can just put muscles on these guys. Like, there's the ability to do it right there.
Exactly.
So whatever muscle you want to see, you can
see it.
Photoshop it on there.
Yeah, I just love how happy they are. I love this tradition. It makes me so happy. I love their socks all over the floor, their laundry just like strewn about.
Yeah, hot girls with messy rooms or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
I want to shout out the Danny and Owen dance picture that got shared all over the place. It's either a dance or a secret handshake. Either way, I'm so like teased by it because clearly there's like a whole thing that they do.
Yeah.
And we're only getting a still of it and not a video.
Right.
What the heck?
I love that they've given us this little nugget, but not the whole thing yet. We will earn it through the season.
Oh,
we just have to be good fans.
Yeah, what if we get like one frame of each of this throughout the season and then they put it together as a GIF at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
That would be incredible. PA, if you're listening. Also, shout out PA, who will not come on our show.
Yeah. I don't know why PA hates our show, but we love her. I don't think she hates our show so much as she did not seem interested in being a voice on the show. Yeah. Anyway, we still want that dance.
Yeah. The other social media standout I have is a dog.
Yep.
Matt Bersano's dog got to experience her first Texas thunderstorm last night.
That was a crazy thunderstorm.
And she was not necessarily thrilled about it.
I can't imagine. I wasn't necessarily thrilled about it, and I'm an adult.
I really liked it.
I know.
And I'm also an adult. Speaking of two adults and a thunderstorm, Danny and his brother also got to experience the thunderstorm together after cooking dinner. I just really love their like brotherly relationship.
I also
it's
do.
It's so supportive and so cool and
it
so
is
cute.
So sweet.
Yes. Honestly, I think that's about it for socials.
They've been playing too many matches to worry about their social media.
They've been too busy working.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I also feel that. That's why this is coming to you midday Friday instead of
first thing in the morning. But here we are now.
Yeah, here we are now.
Coming to the end.
Coming to the man of my jersey.
Who you got this week?
Oh, man. It was tough this week. There was a lot that kind of like shifted around in weird ways. A lot of people stepping up. A lot of people really kind of playing roles emotionally as well as on the field that they don't necessarily always get to play. But the man of my jersey this week is John Gallagher. And not just because of the goals that he scored, but because of the just versatility that he offers and how much it seems that he has not only the respect of everyone on our team, but the respect of just everyone on the field. He is fire, and he's not a loud personality. He's so consistent and so just good. I just really, really like him, and I thought he should have been man of the match of RSL. I'm really happy that they gave it to Teen Wolf, but this is the man of my jersey this cycle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Also, I think he played the most positions out of anyone
Yeah.
in the league
Gotta catch
over the
them
past
all.
2 weeks. Right.
Yeah. Also, it's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, John Gallagher. That's actually not why I didn't think of that until this very moment.
But here it is.
But here it is.
Sláinte.
Happened anyway. Y'all, thank you for listening to this show. Thanks for yelling at us on the middle of the streets in downtown Austin.
Yeah. We really appreciate it. And remember, rate, review, subscribe. In your review, please tell us which player's hand you want to come out of the tunnel holding.
Yes.
We would love to hear it. We would love to surprise Landon and Jeremiah with a bunch of just player names as reviews. I think that would be really funny.
I also think that would be really funny. Thank you for listening. We love you. Bye.
Bye.